Coming up, Tzu Chi volunteers in Tokyo extend their assistance to the homeless in the fierce winter. And Tzu Chi volunteers in Taiwan work together in preparing goods for the upcoming winter aid distribution in Penghu. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. In Japan, heavy snowfall and rain have recently disrupted transport networks in Tokyo and made life even tougher for the homeless. To help the homeless get through the fierce winter, Tzu Chi volunteers went to Yoyogi Park to provide hot meals and to distribute blankets. They hope their efforts will help these without homes get through the winter. In the fierce winter, the homeless are facing a tough time. Despite the heavy snow and rain, Tzu Chi volunteers in Tokyo drove or took the subway to Yoyogi Park, ready to lend a helping hand.
The subway was chaotic today. It took me much longer today, and the road was slippery.
Then the strong wind almost damaged the huge umbrella set up by volunteers. Despite obstacles, volunteers deliver hot meals and blankets to the homeless. One volunteer who was also homeless shares his experience with a younger homeless man.
You can go to underpass of Nishi Shinjuku Station in the evening.
At this makeshift supply stop, the volunteers have warmed up the bodies and hearts of the homeless with their love. In China, as Tzu Chi volunteers continue to conduct winter aid distributions for residents in need, they arrive in Yunnan to distribute aid supplies. Despite the ethnic diversity and language barriers between the volunteers and residents, the recipients are grateful for the assistance. Other aid supplies have been prepared for the distribution in Yunnan. At the occasion, one can see how passionate the locals are in Yunnan.
I am very happy. I am happy to help others.
After a simple opening ceremony, the impoverished residents receive winter supplies from Tzu Chi volunteers. Throughout the years, residents have learned of Tzu Chi's values and principles.
Love crosses all boundaries. As we spread love, we feel happy as well. So I am willing to spread happiness among my families and friends. Helping others is helping ourselves.
Despite their poverty, the residents have learned to be content and grateful and are therefore spiritually enriched. In China earlier this year, Tzu Chi volunteers went to Ji County of Tianjin to distribute relief goods to the homes of impoverished students. In addition to distributing supplies to 38 families at a school, volunteers were able to help an additional 36 households by going door to door. The families were full of gratitude for the relief goods, which included rice, flour, daily necessities, and even a book of Jingsi aphorisms.
While delivering the goods in person to help the students' families, a few kind words light up the faces of those receiving aid.
When people are wise, they usually have big hearts, don't you think? So don't worry yourself to death over little things.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Ji County arranged to help a total of 74 students' households.
This is a bag of toiletries. It has things like toothpaste and a toothbrush.
Rice and flour will enrich these households in the weeks before the Lunar New Year. Tzu Chi volunteers go door to door, happy to help others as they also share their own experiences.
With Tzu Chi, I've learned what harmony and contentment feel like. I know how I can help my father. I regularly help him trim his nails or cut his hair. These things are habit for me now.
As years pass, one who gains wisdom through acts of goodwill knows the greatest source of joy.
In Shanghai, China, Tzu Chi volunteers held a banquet for care recipients ahead of the Lunar New Year. To celebrate their long relationship and lasting friendship, Tzu Chi volunteers invited 42 care recipients to join the banquet and welcome the New Year.
For senior Zhang, leaving the house is difficult. That's why Tzu Chi volunteers arranged a ride especially for him. That way, he won't miss the banquet for care recipients being held at Tzu Chi Shanghai's Changfeng office.
喜不喜欢这个发型啊？你觉得怎么样？
小师傅理得好。
理得好。你满意不满意？
满意。
啊。
真满意，是心里话。
Senior Zhang is starting the new year with a fresh trim and a fresh spirit. Senior Zhang was living and working alone for over 30 years. It wasn't until he met Tzu Chi that he felt like he had a family.
Coming today and eating so well, you see everyone welcoming the new year. It's just a reunion dinner. I really never imagined, never even dreamed we'd all have this opportunity.
The vegetarian banquet of 11 dishes have all been carefully prepared by Tzu Chi kitchen volunteers. Tzu Chi also provides table service in the hopes that everyone's meal will be an experience of love and gratitude.
Our service staff is 20 people, but with people working behind the scenes, we have about 65. That's almost 2 people serving each care recipient. We want to treat these people like members of our family with sincerity and warmth.
It's a very warm atmosphere. It's much nicer celebrating the new year here rather than at home. When we faced difficult times, Tzu Chi was there to make sure we were okay. Now we've all come back and Tzu Chi, just like before, is taking care of us. Now we can help others in need.
The most moving thing about Tzu Chi is the way they help people and show love for others. After knowing that care myself makes me think I should be more like that.
Care recipients have received Tzu Chi's support for many different reasons. Whether struggling with illness, financial difficulty, or other life trials, Tzu Chi is there for them to provide assistance and love, which is the greatest gift anyone can give.
In the United States, volunteer-funded Tzu Chi Texas chapter recently invited residents of a senior apartment to join them in a monthly gathering to enjoy some New Year festivities. To express their gratitude, the seniors came to the event with filled coin banks to donate and also took to the stage to perform traditional Chinese dance. At this gathering organized by Tzu Chi volunteers in Texas, residents from a senior apartment have come with filled coin banks to donate. Among them, Grandma Ho, who's over 90 years old, loves coming to Tzu Chi events.
I am very grateful to Tzu Chi volunteers who do a good job. In our old age, we hope everyone can be happy. They bring us happiness.
The seniors look forward to this monthly gathering. At the occasion, they watch a film on the volunteers' work from the past year and performances by volunteers and students from Tzu Chi Academy. Then the seniors also take to the stage and dance for everyone. Last but not least, volunteers present gifts to the participants, which are embedded with their heartwarming thoughts and best wishes for the elderly. Around 50 Tzu Chi volunteers in Penghu, Taiwan, held an event to prepare for winter aid distribution. They met together to help pack relief goods for delivery and learn how to properly arrange items in the care packages. The items are all daily necessities, which care recipients will be happy to receive.
Each red basket contains the 12 items that will be packed into the bags for care recipients. Each bag must be packed carefully, every item in order to avoid making mistakes. Volunteers maintain high standards and show the greatest care as they prepare aid for the care recipients.
This is really a way to show respect. It also conveys the love and care of Master Zheng Yan. We carry the Master's love in our thoughts and our goodwill as we deliver these care packages. It is an honor to send these to care recipients.
Around 50 Tzu Chi volunteers in Penghu joined in preparing goods for the winter distribution. The bags each contain 12 items, all of them daily necessities.
I'm really thankful for this opportunity to give. We really try to pamper our care recipients and show them our love.
These care packages don't just have material goods. They will also carry everyone's love and goodwill to the recipients.
When the anti-Chinese riots broke out in Indonesia in 1998, due to economic disparity, many local Chinese people left the country. In 2002, when heavy rainfall led to floods in Jakarta, city volunteers were there to help clean up after the disaster. In today's series report on Tzu Chi's 50th anniversary, we take a look at how Tzu Chi's charity work has really made a difference in Indonesia and is even winning recognition from the government.
Danan gets up at 5 every morning to begin his track and field training for the day. He doesn't complain of hardship as he has never had a chance like this before attending the Tzu Chi school in Tengkar DaAi village.
If I had not met Coach Ahmad or attended the Tzu Chi school, I probably wouldn't have known what I was capable of. I want to win glory for my country. As a child, growing up next to the Angke River, it is a rare opportunity to do so. I hope I can continue to improve and one day meet Asia's standards.
我们在虹夕河畔的孩子开始有建构了一个未来努力的目标。
The children who live near the Angke River now have dreams. They want to be doctors, teachers, or even a Tzu Chi volunteer. They work towards the goal of going to college.
一样的像慈济一样的当志工或帮忙别人等等，他有一个努力的一个目标，或者他觉得说他想读大学。
Yumi Farida, who used to reside along the Angke River, has outshined her 1,200 classmates. She not only received a scholarship to go to college, but has successfully graduated this year.
When I was at the Tzu Chi school, all the teachers gave us positive feedback and teachings. They were very concerned about our future. Thanks to their teachings and encouragement, I was able to work hard and move on to university.
Sangat dibimbing sekali oleh guru-guru dari sekolah Cinta Kasih.
Indonesia, the fourth largest populated country on Earth, is among the fastest growing emerging economy out of the 10 countries in Association of Southeast Asian Nations. And Jakarta, the country's affluent capital, attracts many people to come pursue their dreams. Running throughout the city, the Angke River has played witness to the city's good and bad. After the riots, many Chinese left Indonesia. However, Tzu Chi volunteers stayed to give medical aid and help the poor. The heavy rains in 2002 brought about devastation to Jakarta unseen in 30 years. The entire city was flooded. Back then, saying the name Angke River was equivalent to the meaning of slums. Clogged with garbage and mud, the river, which was once wide and deep, became narrow and shallow. Shanty towns occupied both banks of the river, with over 10,000 residents living in dark, tight quarters near the train tracks. It is scenes such as this that gave it the nickname of Black Heart of Jakarta.
When we arrived at Angke River in 2002, the water was black. We hadn't realized that Jakarta would have such a large slum area filled with so many people living there.
地方这么贫困而且这么多人居住在这个环境里面。
A Upon their return to the Black Heart of Jakarta in 2015, volunteers found the river has shaken its former nickname.
It's low right now. The trash from that side has gone over there. If we continue walking south, there's no garbage over there.
The tree-lined bank of the Angke River is clearly reflected in the water now. Looking at this improved scenery, Tzu Chi Indonesia Chapter Director Liu Su-mei has a good feeling about it.
I'm glad to see so many changes. A dam was built as well. This project has inspired the Indonesian government to raise its awareness on the importance of rivers, and now the mayor continues to improve other rivers and streams in Jakarta.
Many of the impoverished who lived along the banks now have the ability to extend a helping hand. While Tzu Chi volunteers' selfless giving has helped resolve the hostility between Indonesian and the Chinese.
In terms of our international disaster relief, the reformation of the Angke River is our most successful story. Tzu Chi has not only won the recognition of the Indonesian president and the United Nations, but DaAi TV Indonesia was established. Local volunteers even vowed to build a Tzu Chi hospital. Tzu Chi Foundation has really taken root in Indonesia.
Crossing borders, Tzu Chi has helped not only to clean up the Angke River, but also helped purify people's hearts.
Tzu Chi, as a non-profit, can go out to places where the Taiwanese government cannot, as they are tied by politics. The foundation has won recognition by local government and is able to accomplish so much through its charity missions. I am amazed by them, as it is not an easy feat.
Just like Indonesia, Tzu Chi's international relief in countries such as the Philippines, Nepal, Malaysia, Myanmar, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, and even Mozambique have begun with influencing just one person and spreading to his or her family, then to the community, finally into the entire country.
In Taiwan, among volunteers who have recently been certified is a couple in Taipei who went through many difficulties to finish their training. Xu Wanzhen, who has a young child, once had to carry her child to Tzu Chi volunteer training classes. Facing the challenge of caring for her child while carrying out Tzu Chi's work, she thought about giving up. Thanks to her husband, who encouraged her to persist in doing Tzu Chi's work, she was able to complete her training and become certified with her husband. This couple in Taipei has accomplished a difficult mission. From the time Xu Wanzhen was pregnant to the time when her baby turned 1 year old, she went through Tzu Chi's volunteer training. She finds a balance of looking after her baby and fulfilling her dream.
Sometimes we go to a class at 6 o'clock, so I have to get up at 4 and prepare everything for the baby and myself. Sometimes I want to give up because I'm exhausted, but my husband always encourages me. He says that if I keep thinking I can't do it, I will never be able to do it.
To prepare for a year-end blessing ceremony performance, Xu Wanzhen even carries her baby along to rehearsals.
Whenever I listen to the lyrics of the sutra song while carrying him, I notice it has effects on him too. He will first become active. When he hears the music, he will gradually calm down and even fall asleep.
The couple are pharmacists who joined TIMA for over 20 years. They have also gone abroad for free clinics. Both of them are certified as Tzu Chi volunteers this year.
We can create the value of life together, so our lives can be more meaningful. After we are certified, we will dedicate ourselves more to Tzu Chi's work.
Overcoming difficulties to get certified, the couple has come to realize that nothing is impossible if there's determination. Tzu Chi Foundation has been carrying out disaster reduction projects for 5 schools in Pingtung County. During the construction periods, teachers and students from these schools have to hold classes in prefabricated classrooms, which is very inconvenient. Thankfully, the project at Ligang Junior High School is now 98% complete. Meanwhile, projects at Gongzheng and Gaotai Junior High Schools are nearing completion. Therefore, the students are looking forward to using the new classrooms in next semester. The dividing board is made of calcium silicate. The space on right side is smaller and is used as a counseling office.
Because the disaster reduction project is being carried out in school, teachers and students of Ligang Junior High School must endure many inconveniences. As the work will be finished soon, they look forward to using the new classrooms.
The remaining work includes the hydro, power lines, fire facilities, and pavement around the campus. There's also plants to be planted. Basically, 98% of the project has been finished.
When the project is over, the school will have 12 classrooms, 9 classrooms for specific subjects, a new counseling office, and a health center. They look forward to moving into the new classrooms in the next semester. For Gongzheng Junior High School, the project is 99% finished. All the buildings, except the gymnasium and the kitchen, are being rebuilt.
50 classrooms are being rebuilt, including general classrooms, offices, classrooms for specific subjects, and art classrooms. The walkways are also rebuilt.
Tzu Chi carries out the disaster reduction project to keep the school safe, so that students can study in a comfortable and safe environment, as their education can't be delayed.
Jingsi Books and Cafe and Global Views Educational Foundation have worked together to carry out a book donation project for the schools being rebuilt by Tzu Chi. Through the help of Tzu Chi volunteers, the two organizations were able to donate 400 sets of books to students at Ligang, Gongzheng, and Gaotai Junior High Schools in Pingtung County.
Teachers and students of Gongzheng Junior High School gather under trees to receive the books donated by Jingsi Books and Cafe and Global Views Educational Foundation before their winter vacation begins. The students look forward to reading these books.
The books can talk to us when we read it.
We can share what we read from different books after the semester starts.
We want to thank the volunteers for these books.
We once had a small bookcase, but we'll create libraries in the classrooms.
The book donation is also being held at Ligang Junior High School. Every class will receive 3 sets or 18 books. The volunteers introduce the books to the students, who hope to catch up with students in big cities by reading.
If you read, your wisdom or culture will be inspired.
These books allow kids in the countryside to move forward and learn.
After they graduate and start working, they'll remember a book or a phrase forever.
Tzu Chi and Global Views hope these children can read good books, which will help broaden their views as they embrace a brighter future.
Volunteers from the Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter recently held 4 year-end blessing ceremonies over the course of 2 days, with a total attendance of more than 6,000 people. In the ceremonies, the volunteers presented a play portraying the history of Tzu Chi's work in the country. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.